back on board, and I wanted to do something through which we can keep our connection going. So I hope this will bring about some goodness for, first of all, me, and then inshallah all of us will benefit through this. So I was thinking how to get started. Just a brief talk about life and something through which we can improve ourselves. Basic things, nothing like we all know everything already. We know much. I'm sure a lot of you know much more than what I know, but it's okay to share some of my life experiences. And one of the things that has been very important for me is time. I have tried to be very disciplined as much as I could, but it seems like the time is really running out on us. There's hardly any barakah in the time. And the Quran, one of the shortest surahs, as we know, it starts with the swearing on time, the time which is just going so fast. And A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allah says, Wal asr, innal insana lafi khusr. And then, we know the rest of the surah. So, Asr time, just think about Asr time. What is Asr time? When the day, as soon as the Asr time starts, what do we see? Before you know it, the day is gone, as if it never existed. So, and then the swearing on that time is about what? Everyone is a loser. Everyone is a loser, except for those who do those four things. Amanu, amilu salihat, tawasaw bil haq, tawasaw bis sabr. So these are the four main ingredients for our success. We cannot leave any one of those out in order to be successful. And then, time is a witness. Time, look at the history books. Who are the winners? Who are the winners who devoted themselves, who valued their time, who were aware of their life in this world. Their existence is not just brief, but very uncertain. I always say that life, the death, that is the most certain thing. There are two things about two opposites. One is it is the most certain thing, and the opposite is it's the most uncertain. So it's the most certain about whether there's any doubt about death. No one has denied denied death. Absolutely. Each and every one of us is going to die. There are deniers of next life. They deny the existence of Creator and so many things, but no one has ever denied death. But at the same time, it's the most uncertain. When, how, where, all of these questions, we don't know. So, like the American saying goes, every one of us is carrying death on their shoulder. So when it's going to be our last breath, we don't know. And Abu Bakr Siddiq, radiallahu anhu, he said, how can a person relax when he knows his breaths are counted? Breaths are counted, and the count is with only Allah Himself. He knows the last count of our breath. So how can someone relax? So these, mashallah, these things always keep me, give me a boost to not waste any time. I try. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but we have to keep trying. I have to keep trying. And the last ayah of the surah before this is وَلَا تُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ, Surah At-Takasur. The last ayah is, for sure you'll be asked about the blessings. And then this surah starts with Wal Asr. So what I feel like is, this is the most important blessing, because life is all about time. When we have time, that means we are still alive. And when the time is up, life is not there. So what are we doing with our time? Then Allah Ta'ala is telling us, you have to be successful. You need to succeed in this life. And in order to succeed in this life, just 4 things. Your iman has to be such that it's going to give you all the amal salihat. And I always translate this amal salihat not with just good deeds, but the good deeds have been defined. And that definition, one word for good deeds, is the Sharia. Follow the Sharia. Everything we need to do is been spelled out, documented. We know how to live our lives. The Prophet ﷺ's life is, he's our role model. And there are so many people trying to live that way, so we can connect with those people. And then, in order to do that, we connect with people to learn, and then to do the other 2, tawasaw bil haqq, we have to carry this message and try to convey it to others. And then there's a lot of sabr involved. We cannot just give up. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. That's what Allah is telling us. And time is the one thing everyone needs, but everyone is very, not reflecting on time. That time is like a flowing river. The saying goes that no one touches the same water twice. Once it's gone, gone for good, never to come back. And I was reflecting on that. Yes, the days of the week, they come back, but they are still not the same week or the day. The same months seem to be there, but still they are not the same month that we missed or we passed. And then, but the years are never the same. Every year it's a different number, whether it's the Hijri calendar or the solar calendar. So we need to be very disciplined. A moment has a schedule, discipline in life. We don't just do things the way we want to. Allah gave us the nights for a certain reason. Allah gave us the day for a certain reason. This has been mentioned so many times in the Quran. But what are we doing? A lot of times, so many people, what do? They don't care. They can go to bed whenever they want. They can wake up and get up during the day when they want. That takes away the barakah. And when we do good things, the things of the barakah, the time, inshallah, will give us some barakah. So we have to have time for everything a time for everything and a thing for every time. Like we don't, if people ask us, are you free? Yes, I can talk, but that doesn't mean I'm free. I have so many things to do, so I'm always busy. So a believer is always busy doing something. We can make time for others, we can make time for this and that, but we can never say that, oh, I have all the time, I'm bored. No. Like Imam Shafi'i, what did he say? He said, time is a double-edged sword. If you don't cut it, it will cut you. And we are not passing the time. Time is passing us. Before we know, it's going to be done with this dunya. And once we are gone, that's it. When we came into the world was already there. It was running. And when we leave the world world will still be there. And someone said about people leaving this world, his reflection, he said, life goes on. Even without us, the life will go on. Everyone have to continue with their lives. But we are not going to be here. So we have to work for that. We have to show some urgency, whether we are young or old, whether we are healthy or sick, no matter what, we have to keep on that I'm going to go in my grave only with my deeds. Nothing else will go in my grave with me. So, reflection on death, and I love this one sentence I read from one of the books. It says, fall in love with death and you will be granted the life. So a believer is not afraid of death. A believer is preparing for death. And it says you'll be granted the life. What kind of a life? The life which will connect us with our Creator all the time, who we are going to face. And, we will be constantly in that preparation for life after death. That is going to be the real life. And we will experience that while we are still here. Inshallah. So reflections, that is what Allah wants again and again from us. He says, don't you reflect, don't you think, don't you ponder. Make the most of what you have. And never be, think long-term planning for life after death is good. But long-term planning for this dunya, one day at a time. I want to make my every day better than my yesterday. Every day has to be better in some way or the other. And why? Because what do we see in the world? There's so much improvement in technology and this and that. So why can't I improve myself towards my next world? Towards how Allah wants me to be, towards how I feel so I'm so blessed with all these gifts. I want to be so grateful, and that gratitude will reflect in how we value our time. So again and again, this short surah will take care of us. If we want to be a success, the history, we will have some legacy after we leave. Hopefully, inshallah, that we will do, and we leave certain things behind that are still going to be some sadqa jariyah for us. Because Otherwise, the time is too short. Just live and die and eat and drink and enjoy yourself. Enjoyment is there in these things too, if we develop the taste. This is the real enjoyment when we prepare for what we are going to be, where we are going to be, what is the end of this life, how do we want to exit from this dunya, how do we want to exit, and that's how we start living, because the Prophet ﷺ said, you will die the way you live. So it's up to us to leave the world as we want. Just start living the way we want to exit. It's not about existence. It's about exiting the dunya in the best possible manner. So best possible exist will come to us with best possible focus on living the way we want to die. Every moment we think, if I'm going to be dying this moment, is this the way I want to die? And inshallah, if the answer is yes, well and good, we will do the best. But if the answer is no, we won't. So I hope, inshallah, we'll reflect on some of these. And inshallah, if you think it's worth it, hopefully we'll keep our connection through these weekly thoughts. These are just my thoughts, inshallah. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May Allah provide us with lots and lots of barakah. And I encourage you girls to connect, and also, this can be shared amongst the ladies groups and all that. This is one opportunity we have through this groups that we have now. Alhamdulillah.